Hi Flosstube! Thanks for stopping by. Today is Monday, June 10th. This is my 12th Flosstube, and my name is Nadine, and I'm so grateful that you stopped by. I have the coffee going. Ooh, and I have refrigerator cookies. My grandma called them penny cookies. I don't know why. I think it's because it didn't cost very much to make them. You use oats and cocoa, and so I guess that's why. I served them to my friend Anne just yesterday, and okay, here's the thing. You have to make food so good and tasty that nobody asks you, are these dairy-free? Are these gluten-free? Are these sugar-free? It has to be excellent food. And she loved them. So I served them with a big bowl of strawberries, and we had a fabulous visit. It was wonderful. I love visiting with my friends online. But there's nothing like a hug of a good friend and eye to eye and talking and laughing and giggling and just sitting there barefoot eating our strawberries and cookies. It was good. It was really good. So anyway, come on in. Come on in. I hope we have the same kind of conversation. I hope we get to have coffee and we'll share some cookies and it'll be good. It'll be really good. Okay, let's see. First of all, before I forget, the quilt behind me. It is called Love Notes. They're little envelopes, and you can see that it's opened up. I made an extra one, and it's on the back of that quilt. This quilt was a free pattern from Missouri Star Quilt Company, and her name is Jenny Doan, who teaches those classes. It's super easy. She walks you right through it every step of the way. And I made this for Mr. Wright. I made it for a Valentine present one year. And here's the reason why. Every single day that he goes to work, he leaves me a letter. Sometimes it has stickers on it. Sometimes he talks about dinner last night, how good it was, or a plan that we're going to do next weekend, or a countdown to something fun that we've talked about. So anyway, I decided that since he wrote me a note every day, I would give him a love note and in the form of a quilt. It is machine pieced and machine quilted, and I bought one of those charm packs, so all of those fabrics came in a stack. The company's name is Moda. So, anyway, it's a good one. It's fun. It hangs in my kitchen, actually, way up high, and I love looking at it. It's fun, and yes, on the back of the quilt, in the little pocket, I put a little love note to him. So, anyway, that's our quilt for today. That's a good thing. I want to do some housekeeping before I get into anything else. There's a couple things I need to. I'm going to announce another drawing, a big giveaway later on. So stick with me for that one. But I need to do some housekeeping and things first. So first thing on my housekeeping list. Okay, here's the thing. I have a couple of questions about the Chrismons that I made back at Christmas time, and I'll come clean. I read the comment really quickly on my phone, and now I can't find out where the comment is. I don't know if it was on Instagram or on my channel. Okay, I don't know where it was. I know two people asked me about Chrismons. So this is the pattern. I used it so much, I laminated it. That's how many times I've made this pattern. Okay, so it is called Christian Monograms, and it's Country Crafts by Pat Waters, and I paid $2.75 for the pattern, so it must have been a while ago. So it came with all these different patterns in one booklet, and so anyway, that's the name, Pat Waters. I hope that answers your question. I really apologize for not being able to find it. If I find it, I'm gonna write you a comment. So sorry about that. And thanks a lot for asking and saying such kind words about them. I really appreciate that. Okay, my next thing on my housekeeping list is Awake My Soul and Sing drawing for the pattern. I finished this pattern, and so I said I would just give it to anybody that wanted. So anyway, I had 40 people, I think. Yeah, 39 people asked for this pattern, and I put it in that random number generator, and it picked number 36. Oh, good Lord. Okay, here's my notes. Do you see I spilled coffee on? I told you that's why I can't have drinks and snacks in my sewing room. Okay, what was it? Oh, number 36. Okay. Linda. Blue horse, yellow cow. Oh, she's going to be super happy. Oh, that's kind of fun. Hey, I had 40 people that wanted it, so maybe on her, when she's a floss tuber, so maybe when she stitched it, then she can give it away to somebody else. That'd be kind of fun to keep it going. So I'll sign my name in pencil real low, and she can sign her name. We can all add our names to it. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be a good thing. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have a favor. There's a whole bunch of you out there, more than 1,000 people. So I was kind of wondering, could you please send some good wishes, good thoughts, prayers, good karma, any kind of magical wishes, anything you got for my sister-in-law Janice has had a couple more surgeries. She's still recovering, so she could use a little boost. That'd be great. And my friend Ann that came to visit, her husband, Sweet Al, is having heart surgery on Wednesday. So if we could all get together and send him some good karma, good wishes, good health for Wednesday, I sure would appreciate it. So thanks a lot. Okay, I had some questions. All those 140 some questions, so I just picked a couple for today. Where would I like to travel to? Okay, I would like to go to Lourdes, France. It's in the southwest portion of France, and there's a big grotto that's been built there, and people come from pilgrimage from all over to go there and drink the water or bathe in the water. And it's said that the Virgin Mary was there and came there so at one time. It looks beautiful, and that was one place in France that we never visited, so that is on my bucket list. Okay, the next question, one of the questions was, what's my favorite trip ever? And it happens to be France as well. It was northern France. We got to visit the beaches of Normandy, and actually it was 25 years ago. We visited the day after the celebration, leaving that day for the families and the people that served during that time. It was life-changing. It was stunning. It broke your heart. It changed my life forever. It changed our boys' lives forever. It's the real thing. If you ever have a chance, save up some pennies and seeing that beach and feeling that sand and sitting in the bunkers, looking out their peephole and walking through the cemetery, the statues. It's hallowed ground. It is unbelievable. It is amazing, and it touches your life forever. It was a wonderful trip. That same trip, we went to Mont Saint Michel on the northern tip of it's about 1 kilometer out into the water. It is a little island all to itself. So when the tide goes out, it is you can walk out there. And when the tide comes in, that's obviously surrounded by water. But and we went the night before just to see what it looked like all lit up at night, which is, you can see it for miles and miles and miles when you're driving towards it. And there was a horrible storm, and there was lightning and thunder, and lightning hit the top of Mont Saint Michel and the angel Gabriel at the top of that monument, and it made your heart just pound. It was unbelievable. And then the next day when we went there, when we climbed all the way to the top, climbed up there as far as you could go, we could see the wing of the angel was blackened from the lightning, and the tour guide said that's what had happened, and so that was sort of cool that we got to see it. But people have been taking pilgrimages there for hundreds and hundreds of years, and you can when you look out, you can see all of the meadows where all of the sheep are left to graze, and it's striking, it's stunning, it was amazing. So it might be something you want to put on your bucket list. So there's an idea. Okay, so I've been talking for a few minutes, and I hope that my son came to visit with the grandbabies. We had a great visit. But my son helped me, and hopefully I got 8 seconds of music to begin this video. I wanted it to be more fancy, so fingers crossed. I took enough notes, and we have 8 seconds at the beginning of this video. Otherwise, it's just me smiling for 8 seconds. So I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we had a great visit. I got to go bike riding. I got to rock babies to sleep in the rocking chair. I didn't get much stitching done. I didn't pick up a needle once while they were here. Oh, I take that back. The oldest grandson, he said, "Grandma, can you fix this bag? It doesn't look right." And so I got my sewing machine out and fixed it right away for him. But we had a wonderful visit. I got to go to 31 flavor ice cream. That's the first time I've had ice cream like in 10 years. It was such a treat, and I was just there. I was in the moment, and he got ice cream, and I got ice cream, and everybody else did, and it was fun, and it was really good. It was really, really good. I got to rock Hunter to sleep each day on the porch on my rocking chair, and anyway, it was great. It was wonderful. The bike rides and playing soccer and playing Play-Doh and Legos and cars, and we got to go on a couple hikes, and so it was wonderful. It was really good. So I didn't stitch that whole week, and then I'll be honest with you, last week I moped around. Everyone asked me if I'm always happy, if I'm always cheerful. No, I was not happy. I was grumbly and grumpy, and I moped, and I just did yard work, and I worked in the garden. Grumpy. That's it. But I'm back to normal. I miss them. They're great kids. I've printed off lots of pictures, and we had such a great time. It was so fun. So anyway, that's kind of why I haven't been. That's why I didn't do Flosstube. I've been kind of concentrating on them, and then I was moping around. So anyway, okay. So let's look at some previous finishes. I got a couple of them here for you. Okay, first of all, I have this one from Bent Creek. And it is one of the flag sample. It's a sampler, and the word flag is a different color. So, and I did this in 2002. It's a good one. I like the stars. I love the color of the stars. They're so pretty. 28 count linen. Okay, then I took this one down off the wall, since we were talking about Mr. Wright this morning about the there you go, about the quilts. I thought I would share this one with you. This used to hang in his office, and then when he retired, it hangs in his office here at our house. It is the Army seal, and I did have it framed. Actually, there's no glass. This is one of the things that got broken in one of the moves, and I've just never replaced it. And actually, it looks beautiful. It looks lovely. I take that can of spray air and spray it once in a while and gets all the dust off of it. But anyway, it was my first piece ever done in a circle, a solid piece, full coverage, and anyway, he liked it. He still likes it. So it took a long time, and I think I passed the pattern on to another Army wife. So I think everybody's just passing it along. So that's a good one. Oh, that was fun. That was really fun. Okay, let's see. Next up on my notes is some of my Flosstube friends. First of all, thanks a lot for checking in on me. I know a couple people said, "Oh, you put a Flosstube up and I didn't get to see it. It got deleted." And no, it didn't get deleted. It was, or yes, it did, but it was like 20 seconds. We were practicing, and my son Gabe was trying to teach me how to add music, and so we practiced to see if it would work. And we were just in junky clothes and laughing, and so anyway, those just came down. But anyway, hopefully it worked. I don't know, we'll see. But thanks a lot for checking in to make sure everything was okay. And let's see, a couple friends, they don't have Flosstube channels, but they watch my channel and they leave such great comments, so I thought I'd let you know. Let's see, Shelly, I think that's how you say her name, Shelly Sunflower, and she checked up on me. She said she missed me. Gosh, who doesn't want to be missed? Not like stand up in church, you haven't been here for 3 weeks kind of missed, but like, really, are you okay? I miss you. I hope things are okay. So that's really nice. That makes you feel so good and lucky that you've met some nice people that care about you. Okay, Janice Kramer. Oh, she's really generous. She's really busy with work and keeping up with her family and doing all that, but she finds time. She stops with all that and finds time to leave a little message and ask me how I'm doing, and leave a nice, kind comment about my stitching or what I talked about. So thanks a lot. I really appreciate you stopping by. I feel so lucky that you're in my sewing circle. Robbie Perkins. Okay, she seems like a gal that I would just love to sit and have coffee in the morning with and, figure out what we're going to do today and probably just sit and eat strawberries and eat cookies and chat and talk barefoot, drinking coffee, stitching. So anyway, hi Robbie. Hi Janice. Hi Shelly. Thanks a lot. Thanks so much for lifting me up and making me feel lucky and even when I'm moping around because my grandbabies had to go home. Thanks a lot for leaving such kind comments and I really appreciate it. I really do. Okay, some floss tubers. Let's see. Okay, number one, Christine at Stitch All the Things. Okay, I can't remember if I've talked about it or not. Everybody loves her. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Her hair. It is gorgeous. That you want to take a snapshot of her and take it to the beauty salon and say, make my hair look like hers. It is beautiful. It's gorgeous. And she has a beautiful smile and a beautiful spirit, and she's really thoughtful and kind, and just to check in on you, and it's just somebody you're going to be in this together forever. She's one of those great people. But the reason I mentioned her is because she just finished her, it's called Cardinal Points by Long Dog Sampler. And it's stunning. It's inspiring. She did a fabulous job. And she just finished it. And I think it'll be worth your time to slip over there and see the colors. And it's beautiful. It's kind of making me think I should buy that pattern. That's how good it's just so nice. So nice. She did a beautiful job. So check her out. Okay, Deborah. She's over at Stitch the Stash. Oh, she's an excellent stitcher. She's really intelligent, smart, really good wit. She's really good. Oh, she's good. She's a knitter. She does some quilting, and her stitching is beautiful. And she's fun to listen to. You can just pick up your stitches and just pop her on, turn her on, and it's real fun to listen to. So, and she's got a great smile. She's got a really good smile. So she's one of the good ones. Okay, Leah Noel. She's at Aviatrx Stitcher, and she has a really sweet smile. And I promise I'll link all the names below so that you can just click on it and go visit them. She's a talented stitcher. Really beautiful things. She finishes things. She shows us how she did it. She talks you through it. So that's kind of nice. She's smart. She's a little bit sassy. I like her. As soon as you turn their channel on, you're thinking, I like this girl. I like her a lot. So she's really enjoyable to listen to and well worth your time. Okay, I have one last floss tuber, and I was wondering if maybe you could do me a favor and go check her out. Okay, her name is Nadine, and she's brand new stitcher, and she's young. She lives in Nevada. I think she lives in Las Vegas. She's an ice skater, and she teaches ice skating to children and maybe adults. I don't know. She's just learning to stitch. She has that the needlework shop there in Las Vegas, but I think her grandma has taken her, and so she's just brand new beginning cross stitching, and she started a Flosstube. So I think it'd be fun if we all went over there and supported her and encouraged her. She's asking really simple questions on her videos about what kind of thread you use and what kind of needles and what kind of fabric, and there's a lot of information that we all hold, and we got to share it. We got to share it and encourage this new stitcher. So if you get time, that'd be a really good use of your time. So thanks. Check her out. I think you'll really, really enjoy her. Okay, I have some finished pieces. Oh, wait. Before I do that, I want to say thank you to a couple people. Okay, first of all, thanks, Angie. She sent me a birthday card. It's really fun. It's happy. It made me really happy. And that was nice of you to think of me and remember me. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, and then wait till you see this card. This card has a bear on it. It's from my friend Wendy. We shared a couple things, and I sent her some stuff, and she sent me a whole bunch of stuff back. She sent me this beautiful piece of fabric for finishing. She sent me this Ort keeper made out of fabric. I don't have one, and that's pretty neat. She sent me this bead charm that her friend had made, beaded. It's so neat, and the bead has little stripes on it, like a bumblebee. It's really cute. And I wanted to show you this. Look at her packaging. She really does a beautiful job. Little felt pieces, her tape. This little tag is just scraps of fabric. It made me smile. It made me so happy. But then when you look through all the fabric at the back, it just says, "Thank you." Isn't that nice? It's like she sewed it on and has a little grommet. It's really nice and fun, and it's so cool to get that. It was all tied on there. Thank you so much, Wendy. You certainly didn't have to send me something just because I sent you something. I'm glad you did, because I'm so happy that I got a little surprise present in the mail. Good gravy. And here's the thing. It came on Monday when my grandbabies had left, and I was moping and complaining to my dog and grouchy, and I got this really great package in the mail, and it made me smile and made me so happy. So anyway, thank you very much, Wendy. Thanks for thinking of me. I really, really appreciate it. It makes me feel so lucky. I don't know, it's like for no reason you get this package in the mail with pure goodness and happiness, and it's just, wow, it's really nice. It kind of takes your breath away. You get all blushy and you're just like super happy. It's really nice. Okay, so I have a couple finishes, fully finished, so I wanted to share them with you. First of all, okay, we'll show you this one. It came back from the framer. Here she is. This is the Jane Pattison sampler by Kitten Stitcher. I call it the Georgina Thompson sampler. It's the Scottish sampler I've been working on. And I'll put pictures up close so that you can see, I think, can you see the frame? There you go. You can see the kind of frame that I chose. I will put some up close pictures on my blog so that you can see the frame and how it turned out. So it's really beautiful. It made me really happy. When my kids were here, I got to show it to them. They were the first people to see it in person, besides Mr. Wright. So anyway, it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with it. Okay, so I want to talk about this for just 1 minute. Okay, I posted a picture on my Instagram, and I'm not a big fan of having my picture taken. And so when I listened to Kitten Stitcher one time, Teresa, she said, "Could you please try and have a photograph taken of yourself with your samplers? Whether you stick it on the back of the frame in a little pocket, or you put it with your stitching things, your family descendants from now would love to see a picture. Think of all the samplers that we see and that we look at, and they say 11-year-old Sarah or 9-year-old Emily, and you kind of wish you knew what she looked like." And so I've taken to heart what Kitchen Stitcher said, and when I got this back, I said, "Mr. Wright, would you please take my picture?" And he was kind of surprised. Sure. And so I took this outside and had a picture taken, and then I posted it on Instagram, and I also had the picture printed so that I could have it on the back of this to put with all the family information. The next one that I'm going to show you is my Coffee Saves Lives sampler. Okay, so I got this one back from the framer as well. There you go. And you can see the frame that I chose has a little bit of a burnt gold, like a dark chocolate. I wanted it to be like an espresso color, and some little designs right there above my fingers. You can see them. Anyway, okay, so I got this one back, and again, I was standing in my apron. I had been cleaning some more strawberries, and so I just said, "Oh, I forgot. Okay, could you take my picture?" So I had Mr. Wright take my picture again, and I posted it, and I had that one printed as well. I like the idea. I'm not a fan of having my picture taken, but I do like the idea of seeing other people with their sampler. Whether your apron's on, or your hair's done, or your makeup's on, or you got to stop and put a little lipstick on, that'd be fine. but I think our families would really appreciate it. I think people will. And so maybe if we could just be a little bit brave and just for a quick second have somebody take our picture. And so the next time when you're posting a picture on Instagram or Facebook and you have completed your sampler, or some of these projects are unbelievably huge and beautiful, just think, just a quick second, if you could say, could you please take my picture? And I think it's going to give a little more. Oh, it's like that show. It's like that Antiques Roadshow when they say, "Oh, the provenance is it adds to it because it's worth more because there's a picture of the artist that made it." So, yay! That'll be what we do. We're gonna start taking our picture and just slipping it in behind, and yay! That'll be a good idea. That's a good thing. So anyway, those two came back finished. I'm really happy about it. Oh, and I have one more finish. When I wasn't stitching and I was feeling grumpy and mopey, I just was trying to finish some things. So I found this, let's see, this one is called, okay, those two I just did. This one is by Heart and Hand. It's called We One Tall Tree Sampler. So that's the sampler. And then I finished it into a little hanger. I used some fabric that has pine cones and evergreen boughs on it. I just added some pine cones to the top and a couple of little leaves, and it can hang on the doorknob. I hung it on Mr. Wright's office doorknob. He likes trees. He loved it. He said he liked this one. So, and then I had to try to figure out what to back this with. And you know how all of us have ties from our grandparent or grandpa or uncle or dads, and you never really know what to do with them, and you want to use it, you really do, but not all of us want to make a huge quilt, Dresden plate with men's ties. Anyway, Mr. Wright goes through his ties about once a year, maybe every other year, and he gets rid of 15 or 16 ties, and we take them to Goodwill or what have you. And I saved a couple this time. And this time, since I knew he liked trees, this time I used one of his ties. I just cut it open, laid it flat, ironed it, and then just used it as the backing. You can kind of see the fabric. Oh, there you go, a little bit of a shine. The backing of it I used, and then I just put some cording around the edge so that it kind of looked a little more finished. But what a great way to use a tie. If you got one of your dad's old ties or your grandpa's, and maybe you could finish one of your pieces, and it would be a really good memento. It'd be a good way to use that tie material and remember them. And anyway, I liked it. I liked that idea. It turned out really cute, and he liked it, and hang on the doorknob or on the dresser drawer. Turned out really nice. So I like that one. Okay, so I have a giveaway. I thought maybe you'd like to have a giveaway for the 4th of July. Okay, so this video is turning into a, Mr. Wright can do no wrong. Yeah, he can once in a while. Anyway, I made this project bag, and Mr. Wright got to decide part of the giveaway. So I got to decide what pattern. So I put a pattern in here. Okay, the pattern is by the Drawn Thread, and it's called Free and the Brave. So let me put it up closer so you can see what the pattern is. There's a house and a flag and some flowers, and then it says Home of the Free and the Brave. So it's a brand new pattern. I put it inside this project bag that I made. There's a little charm at the top with a flag and a little gold tassel. Okay, so I put a couple of packages of stickers in the envelope. So far we have, I'm going to give it away. So far we have the pattern, a couple packages of stickers, the project bag. I made some thread keeps, and then I put in 3 of the colors that it calls for. Old red paint, this is the Gentle Art Fancy Floss, old red paint, chalk, and freedom. So I have those 3 threads that that's what they call for. I think it has a couple more, but I just put those 3 with it. So I have some thread drops, thread, a pattern, some patriotic stickers, the project bag, and then Mr. Wright decided he was going to donate $50 to his charity, but he's going to use your name. So whoever wins this, he's going to donate $50 to the charity he chose. Is called the Till Valhalla Project. Okay, so this project is Mr. Wright wears a bracelet that says 22 a day, and that means 22 soldiers unfortunately take their lives every single day. And a Marine started this project, and he was really upset about one of his buddies that had died in Afghanistan. And so he had stayed up, was frustrated, was a little bit depressed, just was going to make it through the night. That's what his project was, to make it through the night. And so he had made a plaque in honor of his buddy. And then he decided he didn't want to look at it. He didn't want it at his house. It helped him through the night. So he decided to give it to that guy's mom. And so that family got it. So the reason why he calls this project the Valhalla Project, the word Valhalla means, in Norse mythology, it means the realm will Valkyries take those who have fallen in combat. The fallen are taken to the Hall of Slain, where they are there to feast for eternity among the Norse god Odin. So he started this project, and he used his own money. And when he finds out that there's a soldier that has unfortunately passed away, he makes a plaque. And his family has helped out, and they make plaques, and they make sure, and in person, they deliver these plaques in person. And it has changed the lives of some of these families. It gives them closure. It helps them. But this is really bringing attention to that whole PTSD. Let's be honest. Some of those soldiers from World War II, when they were done fighting, they got on a ship to come home. And it took them 2.5 months to come all the way home. And then they got onto a train, and then they rode the train for a couple days to get home to their hometowns in Iowa or Ohio or Idaho or wherever they came from. So it took them 8 or 9 weeks to get home. And they kind of helped each other. They kind of processed it and talked it through, and I'm guessing had a beer or something once in a while, or in honor of some of their buddies that didn't make it home, their comrades. And nowadays, when those soldiers are fighting, on Monday, they're fighting in war with guns in horrific conditions. And by Thursday, they could be home walking in Walmart with their families. There's a lot of noise and people and things going on, and they haven't really had time. Nobody has time to process it. So anyway, this project is a thing to lift them up, to lift up some of those families and to help out and to bring attention. And we need to support them and help some of these soldiers that are coming back. So anyway, so that's our giveaway. So Mr. Wright's going to donate $50 to this particular charity in your name. And we're going to have the project bag, the drawn thread, the Free and the Brave pattern, some thread drops, some stickers, and some thread. And I'll draw in the next couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks. I'll try to get back on schedule. And let's see, what do you need to do? Ooh, maybe we came up with this idea that maybe you could tell me what your favorite summer thing is. Summer food, summer thing to do, eating outside, those funny, huge beach towels. Those are hilarious. Summer reading, drinking coffee on your porch in the morning. What do you like to do in the summer? What's your favorite summer food? Something about summer. So anyway, so a couple weeks, I want to give this away. So if you're interested, if you're not, that's okay. That's okay. We're still going to donate the money. We'll, and I'm sure I could use another project bag. You know, Olivia B said that the project bags of Flosstube are like the friendship bracelets when we were in junior high. Everybody trades them, and you make different colors, and you make them for your friends, and you tell your friends you love them by making a project bag. And I made an extra project bag this week, and I sent it off to a friend. And yeah, it's like our friendship bracelets. I love that. I love that part. Ooh, speaking of bracelets, I'm old enough to have a charm bracelet, the old-fashioned kind. I got my grandbaby's names. I got a space needle. I have an alligator from Gatorland in Florida. I have an Eiffel Tower. I have a pineapple from Hawaii. All my grandbaby's names and lots of good things. I've been collecting it for a long time. Anyway, okay, so let's see. Where are we now? Where are we? Ooh, works in progress. Let me see. I don't have much because I haven't really been stitching that much. But now that I got all this stuff done, I feel like stitching again. So that's a good thing. Kind of cheered me up. So here I am. Needlework Sampler by Brenda Gervais. I started at the beginning of May, so I'm almost around with the border, and I'll get back to it. I love the colors. I love the way it's working up. The border is like something I've never done before. It's different on each part, so that's kind of fun. Gives you a little leeway in case you miscount by one. We won't talk about that, but anyway, yeah, it's a pretty one. So now that I'm kind of, I'm not over my grandkids being gone. I wish they were here, but they're not. So I've already started to get pictures of what they're doing, and so I'm happy again. I'm happy to see their pictures and hear their voices on the phone. But anyway, so and doing this video kind of cheered me up. So now I feel like I want to stitch again. So that's a good thing. So anyway, that's how far I am. Okay, so I have a couple projects. I have a couple things I want to show you. I thought maybe you might want to do it. Okay, do you see my sneakers? Can you see my sneakers sitting there? All right. Okay, so you need a couple dollars, maybe $3. Yeah, okay, you need $3 and a pair of sneakers. Do you have a pair of sneakers? Not the fancy kind we all walk in and exercise in. Just the fun sneakers. You go to the grocery store in. The grocery store kind of sneakers, and run out to get the mail kind of sneakers. Okay, so you need a pair of sneakers, and you need $2 or $3. Okay, so you buy those insoles, those white insoles from the grocery store or Walmart or Red Mart, wherever you're going. Get some, and then you find some snazzy fabric. You have some. It's in your sewing room, and you iron on some of that heat and bond on one side. Just draw the pattern around your insole. Just cut them to your size. Cut it to the size of your shoe. And then look what happens. Every time you see your shoes and you put your shoes on, because let's be honest, we slip our shoes on without socks and it gets dirty and it doesn't look so pretty. But every single time now, from now on, when you slip on your sneakers, look what you're going to see. You're going to see some really snazzy, fun flowers or raccoons or llamas or whatever kind of fabric you find. And you just put these insoles into your sneakers. They're nice and cushy. And they're fun and they're happy. And it's going to cost you less than $3. So that's going to be a fun craft for you to do. That'll be fun. Okay. I love doing that. I love doing it. Good. Makes you just happy. Nobody else sees it. No one else knows. It's just this secret little piece of happiness just for you. No other reason. That's it. And it's just scrap fabric that you already have. Okay. Let's see. Gosh, how many minutes? 37 minutes. Ooh, I'm a chatty girl. Okay, let me see. What am I grateful for? All right. First of all, very first thing I'm grateful for is magic doors. Want to know what a magic door is? Okay, so I like to have pipe cleaners in the car when I'm with the grandbabies, because then we can make bugs and bracelets and any kind of things like that. He made a little collar for his stuffed animal and a little leash. It was pretty funny. Okay, so we started to run out of pipe cleaners. So I said, oh, please, could we stop at Hobby Lobby? Dad was driving, so I said, please let us run in. So Mr. Cooper and I ran in because we were going to buy another package of pipe cleaners. I didn't have enough. Okay, so we get up to the store, and it was just him and I, and we were holding hands, and we get to the door, and the door's open, and we start to go in, and he goes, oh, gosh, I love magic doors. And I said, what? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? And he said, Grandma, you don't even have to touch it. You don't have to touch the doorknob. They just know you're here. They magically open. And I said, oh, you're right. You're right. So we ran and got our pipe cleaners, and we paid. And then we started to come out again, and he goes, he just said it to nobody in particular, just a little 4-year-old just walking along. Gosh, I love magic doors. It just made me so happy. I was like, so now every single time the door's open for me at the grocery store or Hobby Lobby or wherever I'm going, it makes me so happy that the door's magically open just for me. So that made me really happy. That made me really happy. I'm very grateful for magic doors. Okay, one thing I'm really grateful for is alum. Alum powder. It's in a little box. It's a spice. I think I have one cookie recipe that uses this. But I think in the olden days people used this if they had a toothache. Or I think that's what they used it for. But anyway, okay, it's in the grocery store. It's in the spice aisle. All right, I'm going to show you why I'm talking about it. All right, so this is hydrangeas. We love them. You buy them in the store. Some of us have them in our yards. They're gorgeous, and we want them to dry, and so that we can keep them and maybe keep a pretty dry arrangement. Okay, so but I want to show you what happens. Okay, so we've all had both of these. We pick a hydrangea. Look how beautiful that is. It's beautiful, vibrant. That's what we want it to dry. We want it to dry that color. We want it to look like that. But sometimes when you make an arrangement, that is what it looks like. It ends up being this wilted, lame, here, put it in front of this. It's just not pretty. Not pretty at all. Okay, so what you do when you cut your hydrangeas, you just keep this separate. Don't use this for food now, but just keep it. Okay, so it's going to be a couple dollars in the grocery store, in the baking and spice aisle, and all the spices are lined up, usually alphabetical. Okay, so you cut your hydrangea. So the fresh cut stem you put in the bottom, and you put that alum in the bottom, on the bottom of the stem. And then you put it in the bouquet, and you don't get this anymore. That stops it. So it's really a neat little trick. So next time you're at the grocery store, or before you go to the grocery store, put this on your list. You're never going to remember it. I wouldn't remember it either. Okay, so put it on your grocery list. I think it's like a couple of dollars, and just buy the generic if they have generic. So anyway, okay, cut your hydrangeas. Dip them in the fresh cut stem in alum, and then just put them in your bouquets. And then after your week or so, and you want to switch out the bouquets, just tip those upside down and tie them with a rubber band, and they'll dry, and then they dry beautiful. So I love that tip. I'm very grateful. Otherwise, this is what we'd have, and it's not very cheerful and not very happy. So yay, I deliberately did not dump those or dunk those into that alum so that you could see what would happen. So anyway. Okay, what else am I grateful for? Oh, I'm grateful for hazelnut shells. I know, weird, huh? Okay, when I was a little girl, my grandpa had a hazelnut orchard, and part of it, before they had all the expert people deciding where the lines and all the boundaries were, part of his orchard was in Canada, and most of it was in America. So anyway, he had cows. He leased it out so farmers could let the cows graze through there and eat the grass. But I loved hazelnuts. I loved doing that. So when I saw this bag of them, I just had to use them. Okay, so I bought these huge bags, and I made a new path in our garden that's going to go right to where we're relocating the chicken coop, and so it's going to be a path that goes right to it. So, I'll put some pictures on my blog so you can see it. And my friend Angie, okay, she said she used cocoa bean shells or hulls around her tomato plants so they wouldn't get any weeds. So I want to hear how that worked out for her, and I might try that too. So it made me really grateful to see it. I don't necessarily want to, I kind of want to, but not really. I don't want to do the work. I want to own a hazelnut orchard. I would love to have a little gift shop and sell hazelnut things, but there's a lot of work that goes behind that. So anyway, this is kind of like my fun thing to see the hazelnut shells in my yard. So that's really neat. So yay. It's going to be a good thing. Ooh, I'm grateful. I planted 7 new lavender bushes, and they're all doing really well. The kind that I planted this time was called Blueberry Ruffle. Our house happens to be where a blueberry field was at one time when I was a little girl. And so I thought it was just appropriate and perfect to pick it. It got a beautiful stem, a beautiful flower, and then at the top of the flower it has a lavender ruffle. So I'll share a picture on my blog. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. I'm really grateful. Okay, here's the thing. I don't like tea. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't like it. Blah. I don't like the taste. I don't like anything about it. And I'm your girlfriend that has to drink 1 cup of chaga tea every day. And sometimes I just pinch my nose and drink it. And sometimes I try to enjoy it, and I don't. I just drink it. There you go. So 6 days a week I drink a cup of chaga tea. However, this is going to be surprising to all of us. I'm 57 years old. I've never said I liked a cup of tea in my life, except iced tea. I like iced tea. I like Arnold Palmer's, iced tea and lemonade mixed together. But I've never once said, oh, I love this tea. All right. I tried this tea. It's called Tazo. It's called Vanilla Bean Macaroon. It's delicious. I'm kind of surprised, I must say. If I was doing one of those reviews, I'd say, this is really delicious. I'm kind of surprised. I'm shocked. It's enjoyable. You don't feel like you need to add anything to it. And like in the evening when you want to have something warm and you're just sitting on the porch or something and you can have a cup of tea. Yeah, can you believe it? And they're not paying me to say that. Who owns Tazo? Is that Starbucks? I think it's Starbucks that owns that. But anyway, vanilla bean. Who knew? It's really good. It smells really good. I think it's called Dessert Delights. That's their line. But I just got it at the grocery store. I think it was $2 or $3. So who knew that I would be telling people, look, I'm drinking tea. So there you go. All right. I am so grateful for all of you being in my corner. Last week I was just a little bit grumpy and mopey and feeling sorry for myself that my grandbabies had left. And so thank you for checking in. Thanks for making sure I was okay and saying hi to me or sharing a joke or something. I really appreciate it. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that I've met so many new friends and inspired by so many of you. We all have troubles. We all have silly stuff. We have goofy surgeries or things that are trying or having to say goodbye to grandbabies. And this little part of my world, this little Flosstube thing makes my world better. It makes it happier. So I am very grateful. Thanks so much, and thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening to me chatter away and share my show and tell. And I hope you like that drawing idea. I hope you like the idea of, sending me what you like about summer, and I'll put your name on the list for the project bag and the pattern. And I hope you like it. I think it's a worthy cause. It'll be a fun thing for all of us to do, and then Mr. Wright gets to donate the money in your name. So thanks again. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for making my world way better and swirly and happy. And don't forget, please have your picture taken with one of your finished projects and post it so we can all see it and cheer you on and celebrate with you. So thanks so much. We'll chat soon. Bye-bye.